What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another Top Shelf Nerds Unboxed. Today we have lightsabers from Vaders Sabers, and it's some that are pretty cool. It may have come from a show that might have been canceled, but it did give us some decent lightsaber fights and some pretty cool sabers. Now, these sabers aren't as fat as the ones on the show, but let's dive into each one of these sabers and see what makes them so cool. First off, let's talk about the box. There's a nice logo on top. It has a nice cracked, almost sci-fi-esque metal texture. It has an image of a red Sith saber on the side and an image of a other saber on the other side. On the bottom, you get a nice other logo with the cool yellow and black. Really cool box. Let's take this off and let's see who we have here. First up, we have Jedi Master Indara, or Jedi Trinity as most of us called her. She promised to be one of the coolest Jedi that we've seen in quite some time, but inside the box, we have our Neopixel blade. That's the shorter version, which I highly recommend. We have a manual, which has all of the things you need to start your saber. And yes, there is an app to change your saber color. But it has all the information you need to get started with your saber. One cool thing I love that Vaders Sabers puts in is a micro USB adapter. So you can put your USB adapter that's in your board, plug it into your computer right away without having to worry about trying to go hunt one of those down and buy those. So that's one thing that I noticed here is they give you enough screws so that you know you have the right ones. Then let's get to the good part. This thing is really sleek. That's one thing that you could say the Acolyte did, especially with Indara Saber, Sol Saber, and even Smilo Ren Saber. Those were some pretty cool sabers. This is just very clean, very elegant saber, very tasteful design, and the colors are great. The craftsmanship is highly detailed. This looks like a really cool saber, and it looks like something old, like a relic from the Old Republic days or the High Republic days. The button is really cool, really simple, lightweight, and it's not nearly as thick as the ones on the TV show, so it feels really good in your hands. It's one thing about some saber designs is they're a little too complicated. They don't feel really good in your hand to be able to do some actual moves. One thing I want to show you, let's crack this open and let's look at the board inside of this saber, because dang, yes, this is a really cool piece inside the saber. It's nice, it's gold, it looks sci-fi. Your charging port is right here. You have an on and off switch, so you turn this on here to make sure it's on, which is a really cool feature. Micro SD card is right here that you can just easily pull out. It's very accessible to take out as opposed to some other the boards that we've seen before. And now should be ready to turn on.
Power on.
Yeah, cool sound effects. Of course, it's green. The sound is fantastic. And it's very, you can actually change the sensitivity on these things, which is really cool. But you can actually change it to where when you really go super slow and speed it up, it really has good sound. Slap a blade in it and see what it looks like. When you do get these Neo blades, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. Yes, they are full of LEDs. And yes, this plug right here, this little cap you just saw me take off, that's there to protect the connectors on the bottom of your blade. Just some little things to keep in mind when you store them. Keep the caps, keep the things that go on the end, just to help it from keeping dirty. It does come wrapped in some paper, which is always satisfying to rip paper off things. If you're like me, it's fun. It's like the, what do they call it? The sizzle effect or something? When you just kind of do this. Yeah, that's satisfying. So once you have your blade, you'll put it into your saber like this. You'll have your toolkit, which will have your Allen keys, your Allen wrenches, and it'll have all of your screws. We'll put the screws into this hole to secure your blade. Now, you want to make sure this blade is pretty darn secure. There's 3 holes, and you can tell it's the larger screws. So the cool thing Vaders Sabers includes is the large screws and the short screws. Now, like I said, this one has 3 screws. You want to make sure to put all of the screws in. You don't have the screw loose. So this is the wrench with the screw, and you can see I'm just tightening it here. You can tighten it pretty tight. I mean, the blades are very durable, but see how the screw sits nice and snug right into that blade. Now we're ready to turn it on. Yeah, the short blades are really nice. They look really cool. I really do. This one feels good. You have your effects. Yes, you can fight with these. Just be a little careful. You turn it off. There's also a twist feature. No button required. There you have it. Master Indara's lightsaber from Vaders Sabers. If you didn't like the show, maybe you like the lightsabers. I know the lightsabers are pretty cool. They're really simple and clean, elegant designs. The one thing I will say about this one is it really feels good in the hand to use and actually do things with. So let's open up the next one. So this next one is actually from a character in the Acolyte, who I think we all thought was really cool, just like Master Indara. I think both of these characters were probably some of the coolest in the show. Unfortunately, Indara is no longer with us. Well, within the first, 4 minutes of the show, she was gone and came back in a flashback. Spoilers. Spoilers, the show's not coming back, but you know, hey, it is what it is. This is Master Sol's saber. Again, we have our blade. We have our tools. We have, again, nice touch. Charging cables. I did forget that in the first one, but we have a charging cable. We have your super thick manual that has everything you need, including instructions on how to use the app. Ooh, here's Master Sol's lightsaber, and it is simply awesome. It's so simple and clean that it just, yeah, it looks so good. But let's start with the bluing effect. See this right here? This is called the bluing effect, and this is just repeated heat, heating up the metal and leaving this nice blue tinge. You'll see on like high performance mufflers and exhaust pipes sometimes, but I wonder why more sabers would not have this. But this is a very, very cool touch from Vaders Sabers. This is very, very nice. You don't see it. Yeah, you see aging a lot here and there on sabers, but not this effect. This makes this almost worth every penny for me. But the lightsaber is very clean. It's very lightweight. It's not as thick as the show, and which is always a good thing. But unless you like it really thick, but this is just really clean. It looks nice. It has a nice grip on the inside. These 2 panels on opposite sides, just a nice, simple, bold design. The pommel is a really clean and simple design, and your buttons are very simple. Then you can clip here on your belt. You can clip like this, or you can clip here on your belt. So these lights also, by the way, change with the color you have selected on the saber. That's really cool. So let's turn on Sol's. Nice blue. Feels really good in the hand. Now, Actually, just the simplicity of these hilts just feels really good when doing maneuvers, tricks, you know, whatever you want to call it. Because sometimes that can be a really big, a really hard thing to do with some of these sabers. But this one is really nice. It's probably my favorite out of the two. But let's take a look at both of them one more time. Both these sabers are really nice additions to anyone's collection. The show may not have been the best, but these sabers are really cool, really nice designs, and really show really elegant weapons for, you know, more civilized age. But they are not as bulky as the show. They're very clean and simple designs. Both of these sabers I highly recommend. And Vaders Sabers has great customer service. And by the way, just to let you know, if you want to purchase these or any saber from Vaders Sabers, please think about using this promo code to get the percentage off when you make your purchase and help support the channel. We really appreciate it. But at the same time, take a look at Vaders Sabers. Customer service is top notch and the saber quality is fantastic. These sabers are really great additions. They're really nice, really clean. I'm really happy to have these as a part of my saber collection here in the studio. These are fantastic. I highly recommend Vaders Sabers. And don't forget to use that promo code when you purchase, and you'll get a nice percentage off when you purchase your saber from Vaders Sabers. Can't wait to unbox more sabers from Vaders Sabers. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. This is kind of a long one, but we did unbox 2 great sabers from Vaders Sabers. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see another cool video, there's one that's going to pop up on the screen real quick. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. See y'all soon.